it is chasing. If it feels like you're chasing your SP, you are probably chasing the SP. I'm not gonna lie to you. Why? Hello everybody, welcome to Manifesting with me, Lee, where I get to share my manifestation tips with you so that you can also manifest your desires, or even better, your SP. Okay guys, so today is really just simple, right? Should I reach out to my SP? If you ask yourself that question, I've got just the answer that might help you to really decide whether or not you should reach out to your SP. To be honest, you guys, as you all know, most of you, if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you are new, welcome to our channel. But if you're not new and you've always been here with me, you know that I manifested my SP almost 3 years ago. And I was going through it, right, with that, because we were long distance, so communication was a big thing for me, and I wanted to manifest communication more than anything, because I felt like if I got the ball rolling with communication, all the other things will be easier, right? Our relationship was not yet solidified, because the time we were supposed to solidify our connection, then he left to go work in another town, and that was like 4 hours away from where I stay. So it was like, okay, and already I was experiencing problems with SP, because he was the kind of person that would go like a week without calling you, like he would blue tick you. Guy was just lazy when it came to communication, and he would always say that, and we'd fight because of that, so that was communication for me in manifesting was a big thing. It was one of the first things, or the major things, that I was manifesting when it came to my SP. So most of my affirmations were centered around communication. So a lot of coaches, when at the time when I was also manifesting, and still happens today, they sort of like discouraged people from reaching out to their SP. And by reaching out can be a text, can be a call, and asking around about it, the person, and all of that. So they discourage that, because sometimes it can really trigger you, because sometimes you ask with the hope of getting a response, and then if it doesn't happen, that's when people start to like give up and all of that. So I did that, okay? So I'm sharing my experience with you so that I don't just make a video about something that I haven't tried. If I haven't tried it, I'm not going to make a video about it. Simple. Then I'm trying out other things, and and if it works, I'm definitely going to give you feedback on it. So I learned a lot about affirmations, because I was first all about techniques, and then from the law of attraction. Like I started with the law of attraction, then I moved to law of assumption. Same thing, but just like affirmations were more my style. They were more in tune with my personality. I liked like affirming, repetition of those statements about my SP, about the new story. So if you've had like a very bad experience with your SP when it comes to communication, it's time that you start changing, writing statements that are in favor of you and your SP communicating, right? So if you are going to reach out to your SP, I'd like to think that you have to hype yourself up in one way or the other, because I used to reach out testing myself, testing him, testing the law. So I'm like, okay, let me just see. Let me send him a text. Like I'd send a text like once a week, and then he would not get back to me, or he would just blue tick it, and then I would get frustrated, and then I would feel so bad. I would have triggered myself, I would spiral, and then I'd feel all negative about this whole thing, like this thing doesn't work, blah, blah. So then I moved from reaching out to my SP to rather, attracting my SP to call me. Instead of me being the one calling him, I tried to manifest him to manifesting a call, manifesting a text from my SP. That felt a bit easier, because with the law of assumption, I just started staying away from communicating with him altogether, because I was just like, no, I have to see if my affirmations are working. Let me just text him, because there would be just major silence right at that time. And when it's too silent, it's tempting to check. And you convince yourself, you even lie to yourself and be like, no, I'm just testing to see. I'm just saying hi, I'm just checking up on him. Even if he doesn't call back, even if she doesn't text back, I'm fine. And you're not fine. You're not fine. Always check your inner chakra, honey. You're not fine. And that discernment that you're not fine is a sign that you should not reach out to your SP. So if you're feeling some type of way, if it feels like chasing, you are chasing. It is chasing. If it feels like you're chasing your SP, you are probably chasing the SP. I'm not gonna lie to you. Why? Because I know. I used to lie to myself and then lie myself into what? Into reacting to the 3D, convince myself into chasing my SP, and then telling myself that no, I'm just checking on my SP. I'm not checking. I'm not checking so that if he doesn't respond, I'm not gonna be angry. I was angry. If the person didn't respond, I got angry. So I am not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie to you. All right? Not going to lie to you. If you know deep down in your heart, you are expecting a text. As soon as you send a text, you're expecting a text. Chances are, if that person is not going to respond, you're going to get really hurt and triggered, possibly have a negative attitude for the next, I don't know how long it lasts with you. So rather, if you have that inner discernment, that inner feeling that, it feels like, as you are texting, you're already imagining him rejecting that text, or not even checking, not even replying, not even calling back. Or you're about to call your SP and you're already imagining, you can already see it in your mind's eye that this person is gonna ignore my call. That's a sign to not even dare try to reach out to that person. Don't. Okay? If you're affirm and trust the process that my affirmations are creating movement. Movement is happening. As I'm affirming, movement is happening. As I'm affirming, movement is happening. If I say that my SP loves to call me, it's enough for me to just continue with that story. That's it. But if you want to reach out to your SP and you absolutely have no problem, like it wouldn't even do anything to you, you won't spiral, you won't get shaken, you won't get whatever if they don't text back or call back, and you'll still be fine, then go ahead and text. Another thing, you can reach out to your SP if it's inspired action. You just feel like, you know what, you just feel good, like you have, you know, when you've hyped yourself up and you're in that vibration of receiving and nothing can bring you down type of vibration, like you just like, I'm a good person, good things are always happening to me, I'm fine either way, every side is a good side. You just tell yourself all these general affirmations and you hype yourself up the best way you can. You know, I'm accepted, you know, you tell yourself all these loving things, you hype yourself up, and then you are in that vibration, and then there's this thing that feeling that you can't shake off, that good feeling about calling this person, and you reach out to them and you actually text them. You are so fine that nothing, whether or not they respond, you are fine. Then you can reach out to your SP. But if it's the other way around, I suggest you shouldn't. And if you want to reach out to your SP to check on your affirmations, if they are working, don't. Okay? Don't. Because if you get a response that is contrary to what you expected, you will spiral. I'm telling you this because I know I've done this. I was spiraling. I would feel so stupid after sending that text, and then I would just like, you know what? That's when I decided to block. For some time until I got better, I would block. I don't know how many blockments happened during that time. I blocked my SP, I unblocked and block. I was just going through it up until I decided, you know what? I'm no longer going to reach out to this person. I'm just going to affirm. I'm gonna manifest the call. I'm gonna manifest the text in the most in the easiest way possible. In the way that's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt me to just manifest that. It doesn't hurt to manifest a text because it's all you. You're just telling yourself, my SP loves to call me. My SP texts me all the time. My SP and I we video call all the time. He just loves video call. He's obsessed with video calling me. That's all I did. And then sometimes I would imagine that before I go to bed, I would imagine that he video calls me or that we had such a wonderful conversation. Like I would just trick my mind into certain things by just meditating on those things, meditating on a particular scene of me and my SP talking to each other. Then I would let it go and then I'd go about my day. I'd literally just let it go. And within no time, he would actually call. Or he'd actually send a text to say, how have you been doing? I've been thinking about you. I missed you. Stuff like that. He would just do that, you know. So I say, if you know you're going to get triggered, if you're just doing it to test the process, don't do it. If it feels like chasing, do not reach out to your SP. When should you reach out to your SP? When it's going to do nothing to you, whether he responds or they don't respond. That's my take on this whole thing. I've tried and tested it. I still do it today. Like if I'm manifesting a call or something from someone, even a friend now, you know, I just think about them. or if I'm not really emotionally attached or attached to the outcome, if I'm not attached to the outcome of them calling back or texting back, I don't really care. I tried calling, they didn't answer the call, I let it go, and that's it. And I'm like, you know what, when they see my text, they'll call me back. I just tell myself, like, okay, when they get the chance, they'll call me back. So in my mind, it's like they haven't gotten the chance yet to call me back. So I don't even obsess about it, right? So be forgiving to yourself, be forgiving to your SP if you're going to do this whole phone call situation, because you got to be aware of your triggers. If it's a trigger for you, when people don't respond to your texts and you get triggered, then rather don't. Just affirm that they're going to call you and whatnot. But if you're a kind of person that gets easily triggered, don't. If you are not attached to the outcome, go ahead and check in on that person, because it doesn't really matter whether they call back or they don't. All that matters is that they saw that you actually tried to text them. They saw that you actually tried to reach out to them. That's all I can say about this whole thing. Happy manifesting, everybody. Remember, I am mentoring. If you need some help and you need some tips on how to move forward, I am mentoring. Please check the details in the description box below. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. It will really go a long way. Don't forget to like this video. Like the video. Share it with your friends. Comment. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for lending me your ears. I'll see you on the other side of consistency and in the next video. I love you and bye-bye.